I never knew we didn't have a lot of money when I was growing up. We always had fun vacations, great presents at Christmas and for birthdays, and lived pretty comfortably. I felt as though there was nothing lacking. However, my parents always struggled with money. I was always involved in some activity: Girl Guides, choir, skating, dancing, art classes, soccer, gymnastics. And I was always happy, but I was happy because of what my parents sacrificed. I am the lucky one. My parents had always put a great emphasis on school, that is, doing our best and working hard to get where we are today. My dad only got his high school diploma in his 40s. My mom never graduated CEGEP. Here I am, sitting in a university classroom with you today. I am the lucky one. My elementary school was in a poor area. It was a feeder school for what we call the terraces, one of the poorest sectors of Greenfield Park. St. Jude had a lot of government programs, such as the Breakfast Club. We were actually one of the first schools to have it. We also had a lot of funding from the Riverside School Board, such as grants for the arts and extracurricular activities, which parents could not necessarily afford outside the school. There were fundraisers too, started by the PPO or governing board, as well as the St. Jude Foundation, where alumni and the community would help out the school. It wasn't enough. My mom told me that the lunch ladies used to keep food they personally purchased put away for the children who didn't have lunch. I didn't need any of this. I am the lucky one. My high school was similar. Programs to help the youth, counselors, academic resources, extracurricular activities within the school, programs to help with developmental issues or learning disabilities, etc. But the teenagers didn't always care. What would the school go and offer them? A life of failure in a system that didn't support their needs? Never feeling like they can be smart enough? Staying in the same class their whole lives? Not for me though. I am the lucky one. I chose to go to Marianopolis, even if it was an hour and a half away, unlike the 50-minute bus ride to Champlain, where most people from my high school went. But I didn't want to be stuck with people I'd spent 5 years with, so I took a different route, an $8,000 route. A semi-private CEGEP isn't all it's cracked up to be. Yes, the classes are smaller, the teachers are better educated, and I really did learn a lot. But being a kid from the lower middle class surrounded by rich kids is a scary position to be in. The amount of kids who skip class really confused me. For every class that you miss, that's $10 down the drain, over and over again. School was just a game to them, a right, not a privilege, as it was for me. Not only that, but you are looked down on for being poor. The most noteworthy example was after a Christmas vacation, my professor was asking everyone where they had gone over the break. Most answers were somewhere in Europe, Cuba, Peru, etc. But when my teacher asked me, I said I hadn't gone anywhere. I didn't say this to them, but I hadn't gone anywhere since starting Marianopolis because of the financial strain on my parents. And instead of letting it go, they laughed at me, with my professor saying, "Hey, maybe we should all chip in to get Nikki a metro ticket for Brossard." It wasn't funny. And they live right next to Brossard, which isn't even that exciting of a place, so I really don't know what he meant. I chose to go to Marianopolis. I am the lucky one. Looking back now, I realize how much diversity there was in my life. Being educated in two different social worlds plays a large part in how important I believe education is. Regardless of where someone comes from, or how much money their family has, they can learn to appreciate their education and where it can lead them. I am the lucky one because my parents worked hard. I am the lucky one because I worked hard. I am the lucky one because I understand the value of education. I am the lucky one because I received an education. I am the lucky one because I continued my education. I am the lucky one because I could.